Had a fun day. We've been here. We got here Wednesday, and all of these girls have been rocking their business, so that's why they are here. They have earned their spot here, and we have just been having all the fun. It's kind of like a girls trip with the most happy, positive people. It's not like, you know how like have you ever gone somewhere with a bunch of people and you're like, there's always one in that bunch that, like literally.
Or she's just not telling you that.
Literally.
But if you haven't, then
maybe it was you. Yeah, maybe it was you. That doesn't. You can sit with us. But yeah, so we're just all on a journey to being our best version of ourselves. So it's really fun to see just such good-hearted people, and I'm just so blessed to be able to be here with you all, and I'm so glad that you guys could make it.
Thanks.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, so my name is April McDonald, and I have been a coach for 7 years. And I first found coaching just through Instagram. And the first thing that I saw when I learned about it, I thought, I just don't have the money. Because true story, I had $7 in my bank account when I started, and worked 3 jobs and still was not able to make ends meet. So I didn't think that I should be I was already almost $70,000 in debt, I just didn't think that it was anything that I should be spending money on, because I knew I had a bill coming out the next day. My bank account was gonna be negative, but I put it on a credit card and I just never looked back. And that was my first objection, that I didn't think I could do it. I didn't think I, would be able to make that work. I didn't want to have any extra debt. And I just look around at my life now, at the change and the people that it has brought into my life. I just can't even fathom the fact that I don't know if I would have had the chance to be a mom, because I worked 16 hours a day and I couldn't pay my bills. So if I'm struggling to get by, how would I wouldn't have either see my kids or be able to afford to have a nanny. And so I loved kids. I babysat until I was 28 years old. I just didn't think I would be able to. So the fact that above everything is that I feel grateful that I could be a present mom, whereas I didn't even know if it was in the cards for me. And that is just unexplainable. So what we're all gonna do is just kind of talk to you. We just want to share our hearts and be very candid at who we are and why we didn't think that we could do it, because I know so many of you are sitting there thinking, cool and all, but I could never do that. I just want you guys to know, we want you to know that we all have been there, but the only way that you can fail is to not try. So.
And also to talk about how it's impacted our life, because I think, it's impacted all of our lives, but to be able to share that with everyone too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Agreed. So real quick, what April didn't share yet is that she's actually the leader of the entire team. So without April making that decision, not one of us would be here today.
Or be friends.
Or know each other. I mean, we met each other through this business, besides these two who are sisters.
But I met all of you.
Right. So just that one decision can literally change the trajectory of your entire life, and it has for each one of us. And I'm excited for you guys to hear just a little snippet of what this opportunity has done for each one of us. And April says, she started with $7 in her bank account, and now she is, insert income disclaimer, she is a 6-figure earner. So people ask all the time, is this something you can truly change your life, or is this something you can actually make a real income with? Could I actually replace my income with something like this? And the answer is absolutely yes, without a doubt. It does absolutely take work. It does take commitment. It does take you putting the time in, just like anything else you do in your life. But the fact that she was able to go from that point, that lowest of the lows, to where she is now, and now being able to mentor and teach us all the same thing, and then for us to be able to do the same thing for all of our teams, is completely incredible. And it's just making that one decision. So the importance of this is enormous, and that's why we are so excited to share these kinds of things with you. That's why we do these things. That's why we are passionate about this, is because it has changed everything in our lives. So a little bit about me, really quick.
I was like, she's on fire.
I know, she's
girls are like my lifeline. I would not be the person that I am. I would not be the wife that I am, the mother that I am, the friend that I am, the person that I am, the leader that I am if it weren't for them and for the decision that I made. So before coaching, I was a very different person.
Her name is Heather Shields.
Sorry, my name's Heather.
Hi, I'm Heather.
I'm Heather Shields and I'm a 9.
Girl, you had 10.
Yeah.
That's probably what they thought.
You would don't you ever forget it.
So that's a personality trait 9, so I'm not calling myself a 9.
She knows she's a 10.
When I first started coaching, before I even got into coaching, I was a very broken, insecure person, and I had a very unhealthy relationship with myself, with my body, with food, with exercise. I was really screwed up, and I didn't work on myself, and I was kind of desperate for something. I didn't even know what that was in my life. Turns out it was this. It was my life's calling. But I didn't know what was wrong. I didn't know how, screwed up I was until I really found this and was able to work on myself. So now that I've been able to do that and truly work on myself and being able to have this support group that is true, like actually wants the best for me and actually wants me to succeed, that's been completely life transformational. So I'll go ahead and pass it on. I'm getting choked up.
To mama.
Hannah?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Hannah Day, and I had been a customer with Beachbody doing the programs for over a year, and I got really great results with it, and I wanted to help people who were in a very low place like I was prior to the Beachbody programs. So I had posted my transformation on social media, and I had 0 social media presence at that time. And it got really great feedback from that. So I wanted to then help them go all the way, just like I had been, get them in a challenge group and, help them get to their healthiest, best self. And I knew I could only do that with coaching. So I enrolled, and I couldn't imagine my life any different. I'm able to help women every single day, not only outwardly, but inwardly as well. And it has helped impact my family's life. I'm able to stay home with my kids, and especially right now with remote learning, I'm able to be the best mom to them, and then also just be my best self too, because it changes me inwardly every day. I'm growing every day. So even though I have this outward transformation, the inward part still grows, and I become better and better, and I'm able to lead women now in their business as well to the best success that they can be, and also just see them grow in this light. So, it's just it's completely different from who I was, like Heather was saying, 2 years ago, the person I was, sad, depressed, unhealthy, is now completely different, and I, again, could not imagine my life any different, and I absolutely love it.
And by great results, she
Yeah.
means she lost 117 pounds.
In 1 year.
Yeah, in 1 year.
In 1 year.
Like, she's incredible.
Thank you.
Awesome.
And then won $100,000
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Beachbody.
Yeah. No big deal. We're all just humble
Yeah.
Hi friends, I'm Rachel. I have been a coach for 4 years, which is just so crazy. So my biggest hesitation when I started this business was that I didn't have the time. I was entering a brand new season of life. I was 4 weeks postpartum. I was a new mama to an awesome baby boy.
That still blows my mind that you started a business with a 4-week-old. You were incredible.
And I was getting ready to go back to work full time. So I worked full-time rotating shifts at our local hospital. I worked in radiology. I was a CT tech. And I loved my job because I loved helping people. I knew from the beginning of my life, like, I had that passion to just help people. And it's so cool that this landed in my lap right when it did, because I was somebody who was drowning in like zero self-confidence and self-limiting beliefs. And I remember just thinking, like, there's nowhere but up that I could go from here. Like, I didn't think I had the time. Like I said, I worked night shift, day shift, afternoons, holidays, weekends, you name it, I worked, and I didn't sleep because I had a new baby. But what I found was the tools and the resources that we get as coaches, it really helped me build a business in 15-minute pockets of time. Like, in the morning, I would wake up and get my workout done with my husband, And then I would do my personal development and I'd focus on myself. And then on lunch breaks, I would, answer messages. And at nighttime, I dedicated time to this business. And honestly, it's been such a blessing. I mean, obviously, insert income disclaimer, but within a year, I was able to come home with my son. And for those of you who know my story, I missed out on so many firsts. I will never forget the day I was sitting in my apartment on a Saturday morning, and my husband texted me a video, and when I pressed play, it was my son taking his first steps, and I had missed it. And while I'm so blessed and thankful for that moment, because that was like the turning point for me, I also knew that I wouldn't do that. My husband and I wanted more kids, and I was like, I will never miss out on another first. I craved that present, I wanted to be that present parent. And because of this, because of my belief, because of these incredible women and their support, I was able to build, a successful business in small pockets of time throughout my day, just being super intentional with the time that I have. And it's been such a blessing.
Hi everyone. Now I'm all emotional because Rachel got emotional, and I'm pregnant, so I have more hormones. But my name is Michael White, and I've been a coach for 4 years as well, actually. And my biggest hesitation was completely self-doubt. I did not go into this business wanting to build a business because I never had the belief in myself that I could actually do it. But what I found is this business is not built upon, selling things. It's built upon growing as a person. And every single person that has talked so far has that's been the middle center core of what has changed the most in their life. And for me, I just know that personal development that we do every day, this uplifting community that, we get to lean on each other with, growing in my faith, all of those things, that is what changed me. And that's what coaching brought me. And when you begin to believe in yourself in one aspect of your life, it overflows into everything else.
Amen.
So I not only became a leader in this business, but I became confident as a wife, and I became a proud mom who felt like she could go and do all these active things with her kids and not be embarrassed about her body. My belief in myself 100% has switched. And yes, it's a daily struggle, and we're always working to better ourselves, but why not do it with a group of amazing ladies like this who are supporting you and lifting you up? Because that is the only way that I truly feel like I have made it this far, is these women right here. And that's really, when we talk about this stuff, it is so important that you guys realize that it is an inside-out transformation. Inside out, for sure. Because until you switch that mindset, you're not going to be able to reach those big goals that you have. So for me, 100%, I have belief, love for myself, and now I get to share that with others. And I'm just so blessed.
I was just going to say snaps for Michael.
Hi guys, I'm Casey, and I have been coaching for almost a year. It'll be a year in October. What month are we in?
September.
Next month, so that's crazy. Honestly, I'll be up front. I didn't really have a big objection. I met Rachel on the internet, and literally, within the next day, I was like, yes, absolutely. And I think that that's important because I was somebody who never ever doubted myself. I knew that no matter what it was, no matter what my cards were dealt, I could figure it out. I could come out of it with a good situation. I got pregnant at 19, and that was right after getting out of a very horrible relationship where it literally changed who I was from the inside out. I became such a negative person. I became the person who turned their light off because I was scared of it shining too brightly in the eyes of other people. And I put myself in this little box, and it got very lonely. And I definitely could have seen myself turning down a path. I didn't grow up in faith, but it was like God was just planting these little seeds in my life when, He, blessed me with a beautiful daughter and just completely changed and uprooted my life. When I first got started coaching, I had just moved to a brand new city. Me and my boyfriend were living for the very first time on our own. We had a 1.5-year-old daughter. I was working 2 part-time jobs, and I'm also a pre-med student. And so I had all the things on my plate, and I looked at that and I said, I am made for so much more, because I just knew I had never recovered from, putting myself in that box and being in that little cube that I just wasn't comfortable in. I was just made for so much more, and I knew it. And every day that I woke up not fulfilling that potential, not being who I was made to be, not living in my most authentic life and my most authentic self, I disappointed myself. And I always knew if there's one person I'm going to disappoint in this life, it will never be me. And so when I got started coaching, I vowed to myself, I'm going to stop disappointing myself. And I think that disappointing yourself looks different for everybody, but for me, it was truly just I didn't care about myself. I wasn't doing anything for myself. I was pouring out to so many people, and it just showed in every aspect of my life. So the biggest impact it's had is my entire life. Like my life looks so different a year from now than it did a year ago because I was that negative person. I was the person who couldn't bear to see you having something good because I wanted it so bad for myself. I knew if I just worked at it, I could do it, but I just wasn't willing to put in the work because I was just so scared. I was the person who just could not get past that like glass half empty mindset. And you can never have a good life if you don't have a good mindset. It's just not possible. Like it's just, and I just need everybody to know because for so long I just didn't think I was worthy of having it or worthy of doing it or that I could. But like I'm here to tell you, like I wish I was a little bit closer so I could look you guys right in the face. But whatever it is that you want for your life, my biggest goal is to help women realize their passion in life because yes, this is my platform, but you guys, my passion is so much greater than that. My passion is helping people, just like Rachel said. Like I'm heading into the medical field. My goal is to touch as many lives as I have because I know so many people walk in their life not fulfilling the purpose and passion they were meant for, and they lay on their deathbed knowing that they were made for more, and that gives me chills. I don't want that for anybody. And so this is so much more than just a business. This is so much more than health and fitness because I don't care what you look like. I don't care what your shape is, what your size is, or where your background comes from. You are worthy and capable of living the life that you know you deserve, and I want to help you get there. That's my passion, and so coaching has literally impacted every aspect of my life. I couldn't tell you just one, but it's been phenomenal, and it was something that I truly never even knew I needed. I never knew I needed friends, which is so odd, but like Michael said, like what in your life is better to do by yourself? Nothing, other than go to the bathroom when you're alone.
Especially as a mom. It's so crazy you say that. My name is Melissa Ludwig, and I'm April's older sister. And in the years leading up to when I started, and right around when I started, April and I did not have a good relationship because I wasn't a nice person to be around. I was so bitter. I was in such a bad place that I was so broken, and I took that out on other people that were happy because I was just jealous. I was, and hurt people.
Yes.
And for you guys, like that may be weird because we're so close, and it's given us like every card she sends me. It's I love where we are. Like I love where this business has brought us, and it is so. My biggest objection when she asked me like 12 times to coach was I didn't look like her. I didn't look like anyone in fitness. I needed to lose 100 pounds, and I was very broken.
She did!
And so I told her that I was not a fitness coach. And so she gave me grace, and she started me with the products and the discount because I still needed it. And then I did a program that had an overweight modifier, and for the first time, I told myself that I could do it because I saw someone who looked like me that was doing it, and I couldn't use that excuse anymore. And I don't know if it was a conversation that I had with April or after listening to her do a training in our team or something, I realized that I needed to be that real version for everyone else that didn't have it. And I have shared all of the struggles that it took to get there. When I lost 95 pounds, I went into a windshield and broke my neck, and I shared all of it. And I'll tell you that I don't think I would have made it through that accident if I wasn't already showing up and sharing and the accountability from coaching. So if you've ever thought that, well, I'll wait until I get there and then I'll sign up to be a coach. I said this in our live earlier, but I want to share it because we have all of our phones there for all of our groups, is behind the scenes, hey, that your journey is worth more than the results. Your journey is priceless, and those results are great, but being able to share what you're going through and bring people with you, like, that's what's so cool about what we do, because it's not always easy to do the things, and we all get hit with life at different, or you're going to, and you're gonna have to show up. And so that was me, that I was not a fitness model. I'm still not a fitness model, but I show up, and it's literally given me life, changed my life. I'm 5.5 years sober, and I will tell anybody, that BB is my AA. I did this without going to rehab and without recovery, because the accountability and the personal development and the community and the support, I mean, that's what that is. That's what that, support and community is, and I already had it. So I don't think I would be sober and be here if it wasn't for this and for her asking over and over. So when we ask you over and over, it's because we see something in you that maybe you don't. So that's me. I'm gonna pass it.
Both of you, like, maybe in
I know,
different ways.
Casey
Like, fired me up, and then, but yeah, just to go off of that, I mean, the community has definitely been the biggest impact for me. I mean, yes, I went on this journey. I actually started as a challenger, and then about 2 weeks after, I was already seeing results, so I switched over to be a coach. So I've been doing this for about 6 months now. And by the way, my name is Jessica Rio. Sorry.
6 months.
6 months.
Yes, yes.
Thank you guys. But no, I started as a challenger just because I played softball my whole life, and coming out of college, I just didn't have anything anymore. And I was just kind of lost with, I didn't have my friends anymore. I didn't have any kind of, journey or any kind of fitness at all. Like, I wasn't doing anything. I just kind of dropped off everything. My friends, my fitness. I moved from Illinois to Texas with my girlfriend, and I was just kind of alone there. And I really didn't know that I needed something until Casey asked me. And I was one of those people, just like Casey, that said yes right away. I was like, yeah, I need this, let's do it. And so yeah, like I said, I started my journey, and yes, I lost some weight. I'm in great shape now, but that has not been the biggest impact at all. Like, that's probably yes, it's really impactful. I feel like super confident in who I am now, like, body-wise, but
She hot.
but I just feel like I've grown so much as a person, and it's because of everybody you see here in our community in general. Like, they are just all so empowering and confident, self-loving, highly motivated people who drive me to be the best version of myself, and I've never had that. Like, I've had friends that, tore me, like, not like, excuse me, I'm not crying, I'm just, No, I've had friends that weren't the best for me. And I actually, coming on this trip, I was a little bit nervous, because when you don't, like, I didn't know everybody here yet. Like, we knew each other, like, through FaceTime. I'm like, okay, am I gonna, like, connect with them? Like, how is this gonna be? And immediately, like, there was no, like, awkwardness. Like, I felt like they are, like, my family. Like, they're friends I've had forever. And this is the first time I've met, like, except for Casey, this is the first time I've met all of them in real life. I mean, over Zoom doesn't count. But, so
Counts
yeah.
for 2020.
Yeah. So that was just, like, the biggest impact on me, is the community and the friendships, and just how it's made me grow in a personal way and into the person I am now. So, yeah.
Love that.
Hello, my name is Jody. I have been a coach for about 2 years, or a little over 2 years. And it's going to be hard because everybody said something that I totally felt. So it's kind of hard to just pinpoint one thing that's been like the biggest impact of my life, because it's literally everything. But being a young mom, a single mom in a dark place, going through eating disorders pretty much my whole entire life, I have never been somebody who has loved herself, appreciated herself, been someone who's like, yeah, you look great. No, I've hated my body. I've been such a negative person. Self-love, like negative numbers, like below 0, just never existed. So at the age of 34, to actually say that I love who I am, I love where I'm at, I love my body, I love the wife and the mom that I have become through coaching, through this community, because these women are amazing. I don't cry. position I was. Everybody was athletic and skinny, and I was just not that person. I was that odd man out. So to come into this community scared the living shit out of me, and I'm sorry, but I swear, but to come into this community and be welcomed by every single one of these people and our teams with open arms, no questions asked, no judgment, no nothing, just support and motivation and a pat on the back and say, what can I do to help you on your journey? So that is why this has been such an impact on my life and how I can not share this with everybody and anybody that I have come in contact with. So that is why I will coach for the rest of my life.
April, why don't you introduce our last member over there?
yes.
And then explain a little of why. And this is Flat Maddie.
This is Maddie. This is Flat Maddie with a round belly. She earned this strip. Maddie and I knew each other. Oh, is she in your way? Sorry.
She's in the spotlight.
It's fine. I don't need to see me either.
Oh my gosh, she's on your legs. Put her on your legs. Give her legs.
All right.
So much better.
Maddie earned her trip to be here, but she actually delivered her second baby girl yesterday. We
Snaps for Maddie.
Yes! So she welcomed baby Claire, and as much as I hate that she can't be here, I cannot wait to go home after my 2-week quarantine and snuggle on her and that sweet baby. So Maddie and I, my family owns a real estate company, and she worked for their team. And so we were mutual friends, but she was really big into fitness and absolutely wanted nothing to do with network marketing. She was a heavy lifter. She was like, I got this. I don't need to do this like silly home workout thing. And so I knew that, and we were good friends. We have daughters the same age. And so I didn't pressure her and then we just kept becoming closer and closer, and she became a coach, and now she is, because of coaching, it has brought us that she is my best friend. I text her all day long, every day. We joke that we're married because we are constantly, she'll be like, oh, don't forget your doctor appointment is in 30 minutes, you have to leave now. Like, she literally knows my life and keeps me together. Yeah. So, just to see that because of coaching has brought me such a support system with all of these people, and I've been sitting here bawling my eyes out because I just can't even, I'm just so proud of, hearing all these stories and all the hard work that they've done in their business, and in the internal work that is the most important work that you can do is just so incredible. And we just can have those really awesome conversations, that deep conversations that we were just talking about this earlier today, where we were talking about religion and just being able to have these deep conversations that you don't have these surface level or the surface level friendships that you can't just have, and just having that safe place is everything. And honestly, if you guys are still watching this
on a Friday night,
there is no reason that you are not.
You're
our tribe. So, and like I said in the beginning, the only way that you can truly fail is to just not try. So you have nothing to lose, and you get to join this. And we'll welcome you into our dysfunctional family.
And make you cry eventually.
And if you can't be here, we'll put you on a cardboard.
Yeah!